Welcome back to the Death Needs Dialogue Entertainment Network. This is Deximus Orson, an NPC created by the financier of Death Needs Dialogue, Neil Johnstone. The following is Depths of Felthan, Season 2, Episode 1, The Waking of Ner'Ille, Part B.
And Frank kind of stands up and looks at the ships and he says, "Well, I think it's time I went home. I'm going to get on a ship and head back to Delron. You folk are welcome to join me, but I got to go home. I got to go find somebody."
I mean, all I really want right now is a bath.
He looks at the water.
For me.
It's true.
He yelled at the water. That's
Silly
right.
old
That's right.
thing here. We need to bathe.
We're very clean. What else?
He looks at the water. She looks at the water.
Would Frank have had a moment of like, when she said that?
It's some far off intuition or something.
I've heard that before.
And you kind of.
Do you have any siblings?
What?
Do you have any siblings?
I mean, I did.
What do you mean you did? How do you? How does that even work?
Well, in the same way that you had friends.
They're still my friends. They might be dead, but they're still my friends. God damn it!
Ow.
He's very emotional about his friends.
I can tell.
I love how like haughty Rose is. She's like,
Yeah, she's a hard girl. She's like, dude, you need to chill. Sorry. Okay, I have a sister.
Where's she at now?
Dead? I don't know. Gone. Haven't seen her in
a couple of years and by now.
it's been a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's drag it back. It's been probably after the few months there. It's probably been no. It hasn't been a super. It's only been maybe about a year and a half, a little less than since you've seen her. About a year and a half, and that was in the when the town, your treetop town was on fire and burning down. Exactly.
Things happened. She didn't make it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
Well, seems like you got no one. Seems like I got no one. I don't think you got many people. You being a drow down here.
I'm down here for very specific reasons that I'd rather not get into. Needless to say, me and the rest of my kind, we don't get along.
Oh, black sheep. Welcome to the herd.
I don't agree with them. They tried to kill me.
And as you say, black sheep, you guys can, as you're walking on the dock, you guys pass by a ship. The words on the side of it, the black sheep.
Look at you.
There's a man standing on the dock at the edge of the gangplank, just kind of sitting there,
I
waiting.
mean, I don't really believe in fate, but that's a bit on the nose.
If you guys approach him, he'll tell you that they're departing for Delron via Ner'Ille's neck.
Okay, I get it.
I got nowhere else to go.
Frank says, "Well, it just so happens to be I need to get to Delron." And the guy's like, "Well, if you're looking for passage, it's a dwarf. If you're looking for passage, it's going to cost you." No connection here. Don't worry.
Zach's remembering. He's having flashbacks.
He had a train out of a
flashbacks here.
I was just
Gears
every time Zach kind of.
If you can't pay your way, you can work your way.
I'll do that. I have no money.
You say work. What do you mean?
Work on the ship, pull the rigging, hoist the sails.
You need entertainment, perhaps.
He kind of perks up. "And what's your names?"
Rose.
"Rose."
Do I have a last name?
Yes.
No, Chester
Oh,
talked
God,
about this
that's
because
right.
remember, because I had the same last name as you, but then we established that that's not actually your last name because it would be your
My married name.
married name.
So our maiden name is
Here we go.
listed somewhere.
As long
I
as
don't have
it's
the
not
papers.
Valdez,
It
we'll be
was
okay.
I can't remember.
Chronitol? Chron?
No, Chronatel is her married name.
I should have it here, actually,
It was
thinking
started with
about
an
it.
L or something, I think.
Nailo. Nailo?
Nalo. Yeah.
Nalo?
Nalo? Rose Nalo.
Yeah,
I guess my last name doesn't mean that. I prefer. No, I want people to know who I am, damn it. You've probably heard of me.
They're famous.
When you were with the other crew, would you have used your maiden name? No?
No.
Okay. Okay, got it.
She never even used her last name, I don't think.
Yeah.
At all.
I'm not sure who's person.
That was a
To
whoop.
be fair.
A lot. Airline would know. Not the airline's out there. Because he helped her do family research.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna write
That's
that down
correct.
right now. Nilo?
Name.
Nalo?
Name.
And
Nail? Oh.
Name.
Mayo?
Nilo.
he rolled a,
Brexit.
Nilo.
say whatever you want.
That's how our grandmama said it.
Oh, that's
Rose Nilo.
so he rolled a 1. He rolled a 1 on his history. He's never seen the Garden of Eden before. What's your names?
Rose Nilo.
Just
And you,
call,
Dark One?
Just call me Vega. It's easier.
And Frank talks over him and he says, "My name's Frank." And he says, and the guy by the gangplank says, "Well, you come on board, you'll have to work for it. So if you got something to add, I'm sure you can. We don't. I'm sure the captain can lend you one of his instruments if you can really do it. But
I flaxed Dutch just for a bath. Like it's just
I
too
know, it's sibling.
oh, I see. What you're saying.
Frank wasn't there for that, or else he would have been like, I know
That's
who
right.
you are.
That was Decimus. Yeah.
That was Decimus, yeah.
So, you guys board the Black Sheep, and in a couple of hours, you guys are off to sea, heading towards Delron together. Well, there was time to get a bath.
Did she
Did I
get
get a
nice
bath?
soap?
Did I get a bath before?
Did she get nice soap? I got plain soap.
I think it just might be salt in the water as your soap this time around.
Oh, I at least had a bar of
Oh,
soap.
Sea salt, people, that's the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, bath salts are great.
Bath salt, well, as long as they don't turn you into zombie Mickey.
Good to know, Kyle.
Nani,
Shepherd's pie with venison.
Yeah,
You-
I'll make you some
I
shepherd's
prefer
pie.
Earthland.
you are traveling through this cavern for a better part of a month, walking,
Yes.
taking your breaks, resting, having small fires, and keeping it up. It just seems to go on and on forever.
Can we assume that this divine rod hums?
Of course.
Makes a noise?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's
of
going,
course.
and Nani's going,
Harmonizing with
Yeah.
it.
making up her own
There you
song.
go. And you're following this, and you keep walking, and just roll perception. As Nani.
I wasn't ready.
Nani's never ready, so it's okay.
These are facts. Spitting some truth here. First, that's not good. That's not one.
I'll give you a dice of inspiration. Reroll that, please.
Zach's not ready for it to be over yet.
And we also, it's slanted. We gotta make it there.
Yeah, put it on a flat surface.
That's
Do you have
a
anything
whole
down there?
other-
Because I can give you a book too.
That's
Need it.
4 plus 2, I think.
None of that one.
It's 6.
Close.
Better,
So-
better.
You're walking, and
Humming
there's
and not paying attention to what's going on.
exactly you're just in the drone of things kind of thing. One cavern goes off this way, and another one this way. It pulls you to the left hand side, and you keep walking. And do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's pitch black anyway.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to have some sort of torch
I'm sure
or
I have.
something. So you have one, and you're kind of holding it kind of together at the same time.
No,
Yeah.
Nani's
It's the
probably-
only thing
Probably like
holding
strapped to
together.
her forehead or
Like
something.
Yeah, probably.
Strapped to her
Nani
forehead.
somehow has a 2022 headlamp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
She didn't know where it came from.
Futuristic
It's
headlamp.
battery operated. She doesn't know what a battery is. But
No, it's just on fire. It's just a flame on her forehead.
Oh, an old style lantern. Yeah.
Like a little sconce, but attached to her head.
Yeah, like the old mining
Wrapped around-
tunnels. Yeah.
Wrapped around it.
Like what was it called, the Pony Boy or something? That would take care of it.
Yeah.
And just that lamp, you couldn't go this way, or the oil would spill
On her
out.
head.
Yeah, burn your face. But you're following it, and you're following it down this way, and you can hear nothing. It's completely quiet, and you can keep walking, and it begins to get a little dark, a little darker. Even though you have a torch, it seems to get a little bit darker, and then it gets almost too dark to see. And you keep walking, and you keep walking, and it gets cold all of a sudden. And you keep walking, and you feel like you've walked through just a stream of water. You're not wet, but you just got this chill. And you walk through it, and then it dissipates. And then you can hear clang, ting, clang.
Uh-oh.
Something's
Sounds like
happening.
I'm going in the right direction.
and you keep going, and out of the darkness, you come out of the darkness into this area where it's lit up dimly by other bits of light. You can see just light coming from different directions, and you can see ants. You can see these creatures. You've seen them before. You've seen them, and they seem to be everywhere. And through the throng of things, you can see Tanith get lifted up above the head tops.
And I rage.
And you rage.
And I rage.
And you rage.
And I rage big time.
Okay. So, as I've already stated, you run and you hit the creature. So I get you to roll an attack.
Grandma rage.
She have
That's right.
advantage on that?
Sorry?
Did she have advantage on
No.
that?
No.
Well, we're rolling D12, right?
Tanith is currently unconscious.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
that
He would not let himself get picked up if he was conscious.
very
Sleepy night nights. Hold on 1 second, please. Okay. So that's 17.
What was the... Did you roll your attack?
I don't know what.
D20?
Oh. My bad. 17 plus.
17 plus.
Plus.
Absolutely hits this creature. Yeah, you only need a +1 to make the... You're good. So you pull out, you unsling your great frying pan from the back, and you run up and you crack this beast over the head, this rocky form of a beast, and you hit him on the head, and
Saving them.
he succeeds his wisdom save. And he stops for a moment. His head goes down just a bit forward as you crack him on the back of the head. He's still holding Tanith up on his head. Then he stops his motion, and he picks his head up. And if he looks back behind you, and you can see this opaque white in his eyes kind of fizzle out. And he's got these bright blue pupils in his eyes, and it's just blue pupils and white eyes around it. And he looks at you, about to growl, and he looks around and he sees these ant people, and he tosses Tanith to the ground, narrowly missing the stalagmite sticking up out of the ground, narrowly missing. He just kind of hits the base of it and rolls off. Just then, you can hear from the side, just to your left-hand side, a song kind of go off on this little mandolin, diddly ding ding ding, and a few words are spoken, and Amy Anvil song with her book that she was writing and dropped to the ground. She casts a spell of mass healing word. Tanith, you get 2 hit points.
Oh, good.
Erelon, you get 3 hit points. And you are, you're unconscious at this point. You get 3 hit points. You come back.
Okay, so I was at 0.
Yep, you were at 0.
Oh, I had blades hanging over me, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Sorry,
Okay.
just remembering.
Need some extra room over here so I can scoot you a tiny bit more.
And Deximus gets the 1. So you all come back to consciousness.
Oh, God.
At least I would have stabilized. I have a periapt.
Oh, there you go. You got them anyway. So yeah, that's good. I guess that makes sense. So now everybody,
13.
13. Okay, Nani,
6.
6. All right, Tanith.
6.
Oh boy, and
Can't go first. I'm
no,
not good.
Nani goes. She's got a bigger dex than you. Okay. All
Better
right,
dex.
Erelon, 11.
Yeah.
11. And Lex, what did you roll?
I rolled a 12 for 13.
12. Okay, Erelon's right
That's probably
behind
like
there.
find us something or other, but,
And Deximus. Ooh, that's a 6 for Deximus plus
so
his.
your average dex here.
Wow, he rolled like crazy.
But since I'm 8.5 feet tall.
Before we get into
Jesus.
combat,
You know what Deximus' stats are? 18, 17, 17, 12, 16, 7.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow.
I thought I
Good
was
thing he's an NPC.
For my
And 6, 7, 8, 9 for Deximus. So he's back behind Erlo.
how much damage my double-headed axe does.
It's a great axe,
Okay.
so it's 1d12,
All good.
1d12,
Same as my front hand.
and those guys.
And you have a +6 attack?
And it's plus 1.
Do I?
Does she have a +6 attack bonus? No. What was your attack bonus?
Your
Just plus my
proficiency
strength.
plus your strength.
Oh, that's plus 7.
7, and he gets.
Lex is a beast. Well,
7.
actually,
We're
she's
gonna put him
kind
right
of normal size, but
there.
her axe
on
is a
Dex,
beast.
and for the bad guys. Oh, nice. The bad guys roll a natural 1. Okay, fantastic. Lex,
Plus your
I'll try.
action is on you.
That's gonna dress go blue.
You wake up
in the morning.
on your back.
Me? Oh.
Yeah, you can see that there's 2 soldier ants there with their swords held high, ready to just pull a coup de grace. Coup de grace. What do you do?
I'm gonna get my accent. Hang on.
Oh,
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Our girl.
I don't even know if I can. It's been so long.
Come on.
Try a couple sentences. Do a couple sentences. Some farm sentences without horses and cows.
Hey y'all, how's your mama?
You want some peach pie?
You gotta get a trigger word to get into it.
Right, it's the hey y'all, how's your mama?
I go,
That's-
well, then you get back into it.
Yeah, and it's
Look
been
at
a
this guy.
while, but
Like he's been doing it his whole life.
He is a Southern Belle.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be as good as it was before, but
All
that's
right,
okay.
you'll fall into place once you get more practice
Yeah.
with it.
I gotta shave
She's
and
been
get a wig.
she's been with the commoners for a few months. It's fading a little. She just dodges. Actually, she's gonna roll out of the way. She doesn't need to say anything.
Do you have a
And-
reaction that lets you do that?
Yeah, you can
I'm just
use
gonna roll over.
the disengage action.
No, I was gonna roll and like whack with my. Do I
Oh,
have
so
my
you're going to
weapon?
attack. Oh yeah, it's right there beside
Yeah,
you.
I'm just gonna
Absolutely.
kind
Yeah,
of roll out of the way and
for sure.
swing my.
You use your half your move speed to stand up at all, or
Yeah, let's
okay,
do that.
sounds good. So you roll, you
Okay.
stand up, and you strike.
And so what do I add to that? My strength.
Yeah, it's going to be your strength that you get added to.
Okay, so it's 18.
18 damage.
18
No,
to hit.
18 to hit.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm not that much of a beast.
So then your 2 hit is going to be your strength plus your proficiency. So, yeah, it's going to be
Yeah.
a little bit more, but you still hit even with that roll. So
Oh,
roll
okay.
your damage, 1d12. I think it was a d12
I
anyway.
think so.
Yeah, great action.
Plus my proficiency, plus my strength.
You just add your strength to your damage.
Alright, so that's 9.
9 points? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you guys are going to know. You guys, when the soldiers attacked the Underforge, they were using their prime soldiers to come in and, like, they're kind of like the Knights of Shock Troops, exactly. So they were very, very skilled to what they were doing, but the ones you're fighting on the defense of the Morath are not. They are very much like soldier ants. They're weak in just numbers. So your 9 damage slices his head right off. As you swing it out, you cleave his head right off. Second attack.
Oh, yeah.
And I can just see her with this. She's got like a great axe, but each one has like an axe haft on each end. So I can just see her right now, just like
So she's
spinning
like
that shit in the air.
Darth-mauling it, essentially.
Basically, yeah, yeah.
Beast.
If you
That's
ever
pretty
played
dope.
Predator Concrete Jungle,
So this, I add my
You
strength and
fully
proficiency
upgraded
to my roll.
Yeah, to hit, it's
is
a
basically
strength and proficiency. Damage is just strength.
It's 13 to hit.
What was it called again?
13. These are regular soldier ants that will just get into the armor class.
And that is 13 points of damage.
And another one, just like a helicopter blade, just nipping off the 2 tall people. Both heads come clean off and roll away. Next up, you still have 15 movement, 15 feet of move speed.
I'm gonna move.
Deximus is down. I said there were 4 guys on him. Erelon has a sword at his neck,
Ooh,
and his hair being pulled up to like give his neck a little bit more space so the sword can really, really get in there.
I just want to see if I have bonus actions. I don't think.
Actually, your bonus action would usually be casting a spell on your weapon to make your weapon better, like Searing Smite Oh, you have your smites too. That's
Yeah, I can use a couple of spells for.
yeah.
Yeah, let's use branding smite.
Okay. I'll say that you.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm really out of practice.
Yeah, no worries. It's been a while since we've jumped into these shoes, so no worries, guys. It'll take this session anyway.
A
to
session
get
and a
back.
half usually I find.
I restart after every session.
Yeah, that's naughty though. That's
By default.
Whatever.
By default, I
Yeah.
forget everything the second I walk around.
Whatever.
So next time my weapon will deal an extra 2d6 of radiant damage.
yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Okay, so that was Lex, and your 15 feet of move speed.
I'm
I'd
just
say
to the next one.
so. The next one is either going to be on Deximus or on Erlon.
Dex, because
Okay,
he's down.
sounds good. So you run over there, and kind of flanking with Dex as Deximus is there. Erlon.
All right.
So
Sword at my neck.
2 hit points, sword at your neck. You're not grappled because you were just unconscious. That's all. He's just holding your head up with the blade at your neck.
He's immediately going to go and try to beat the living hell out of him. And so first off, he puts a hand on the sword, on the hand that's holding the sword, holds it away, and tries to swing around, holding it at a distance so that he can come up and pull it through his underarm and punch him right in the face.
Okay.
Oh god, I love you, Erlon.
Natural 20 and you get the sword in him too.
It's a 16 to hit, so
Okay.
there is that.
Big hit, yeah.
Alright, so that's unarmed, and I'm going to use my hand of harm, so that is going to be 1d6 necrotic, 1d6 bludgeoning, plus 5, 4, no, 5. 5? 4. That's 14 damage.
14 damage. You punch him right in the thorax and your fist goes in. Elbow deep.
Oh.
The purple and green mucus and inerts from this creature explode all over your shoulder and all the way down your other arm.
And that's the first attack.
Now, that was the only guy on you.
So he doesn't need another one. He's done. Overkill is overkill.
He just,
No kill quite like it.
seeing that green and purple viscera encompass his fist, he just kind of goes into a sort of zen-like state, and the sheen flashes away from his eyes. And he looks, where's the nearest guy to him?
The nearest guy is the ant wearing the crown. Over about 20 feet to your left.
Bull Oak's staff comes out from the back with a twirl, and it's already coated in viscera as itself. He grips it and twirls over, jumping over a small rock, and
Sorry, I just pictured you going
a pebble.
over like a little tiny pebble.
A pebble. He jumps over a pebble because if you hit it, he would fall. And
Princess and the Pea.
Stub his toe.
Emotional damage.
he goes and tries to hit him with his extra attack. All right, that's so that is still a 12.
12. That's
12 to
okay.
hit, but he's
12
going
total?
He's going to
12
spend
total.
3 key points to add 6 to the roll, so 18 to hit.
Then it will be a hit, absolutely. AC 17 for the crown guy.
This is 3.
Go, Monk. You're my favorite. Like, legitimate, probably my favorite class.
And so this is going to
Erlon will be your favorite character.
be 8.
Oh, no, Tosu's my favorite character.
Who?
He's from Tosu.
Oh.
He's from our other campaign.
He's an OCB
I
original.
also enjoy toast.
7 bludgeoning, but he's going to use his bonus action to use a key point to do flurry of blows for 2 additional unarmed strikes.
He is. God, I love it.
That is a miss on the first, and that's a soft 20 to hit on the second.
All right.
So that is going to be 2d6, 1d6 necrotic, 1d6 bludgeoning. 8. It's going to be 13 additional damage on top of that, and I'm going to use another key point to stunning strike, make a Constitution saving throw of 16 DC.
Goodness,
16
5.
DC, 14 on the dice. He will make the save.
That That must be all your key points at that point.
Actually, that's not. And I have one left, but I have a dragon hide belt, so I can get him back next turn. And let's see, I have 3 hit points right now. Okay, got that. All right, cool. We'll move on. That's end of turn.
Okay, now Deximus takes his turn. As Lex approached from the one side, Deximus gets 1 hit point. Stands up,
And wax.
and his first attack is going to be advantaged. Natural 20. Not even going to roll the damage.
Death.
He can see the anger in his eyes and the fear also at almost losing his life as he stabs slices down at the thorax of this creature and just cuts out the whole front part, and it just explodes down on the ground. Just this release of liquid and guts. His second attack, 7 on that. No, that's still not going to hit. His other one clatters off of the thorax of the one next to him. And now, the large rock-like beast. You can see him change his form. He changes his form, the rocks kind of shrink, and he begins to get smaller down into his body, and he has a human form. His eyes, these piercing blue eyes, and this great sword on his back. He pulls out the great sword and runs right towards the guy with the crown and launches an attack. That's cocked? Yep. That's going to be a miss on the first one.
I'm within 5 feet.
Natural 2.
He should be able to get advantage.
That's true. Those first 2 was a 7 and a 2, so he still missed. His second attack will hit, though. Okay, there you go. His second attack will hit with 2d6, and when he strikes down, there's an explosion of fire that hits the creature as well. 9, 14 plus 4 is 18 damage. And as the fire and the sword come down, hits this creature midway, the creature explodes in the middle. The top half of its body flies 15 feet out of the way. The other part just fumbles to the ground. Okay, Nani, it's officially your turn. And you're standing there as this large rock creature moves off and away. And strikes at that one and kills him. You look behind you and you can see Deximus and this striking female in this emerald armor.
I'll swing that way.
And there's still 2 soldier ants there
Yeah.
fighting with
Let's
them.
go for it.
Okay, so you walk over there. It's within your range. And you have reach as well, so.
I was gonna say my speed is now 35 because of
Raging?
because of my level.
Oh, okay. You got a
once
bonus.
once Barbarian gets
Good.
up, I think, yeah.
And that'll
Finally
help.
have normal
that's
movement
not
speed.
ideal though.
What's that?
Well, that's an 8. That's
An
not
8
gonna hit anybody.
Total?
Yeah,
Damn. Okay.
and that's not any better. That's 10.
Oh, wow. That's
My
terrible.
second attack.
Okay. So,
Is she
it.
flanking?
Purple, keep going away.
Yeah, I would say that you can get into a flanking position, so that first attack
Try
missed. Yeah, roll with advantage again for your next
Ah,
attack.
that's much better. That's a 24.
Okay, roll it again and see if it's a natural 20, though.
No.
Okay, so roll some damage.
Where did I
Roll some damage.
Oh,
The
The damage.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go home.
But remember, that's like plus 7, right?
That's true. That is true. It is 1
A 1 plus your strength is 5.
plus 5.
So that's
Plus 2 for raging.
Plus-
So
so
5,
it is
7, 8.
8, yeah.
8
Okay, you crack this this soldier ant on the head. He doesn't look like he's dead, but you can see him. His eyes close, and he kind of bends down, and his grip kind of slips on his weapon, and he's just kind of shaking it off.
Has anybody noticed her yet?
Oh yeah, she's well. The soldier ants certainly have.
No, I mean like our people.
Well, you don't know her.
No, but these two would.
I'm still on the ground.
Okay.
Erlon, roll perception just in case. You're kind of in the thick of, you know, and you kind of got a semi-blood rage
I was
going
gonna
on.
say he had his fist in a carapace.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah,
admiring
yeah.
it.
I
Give
feel
yourself
like
disadvantage. He's zoned right
Sure,
now.
sure. DC 10.
You get it.
Okay.
You're fine.
Minimum 21, maximum 25.
kind of
You-
hard to miss the flurry
was-
of rainbow shawls that comes flying into the.
When you came to consciousness, Nani was there. You didn't see her walk out. She was just there with her frying pan, smashing this big rocky creature, and then she runs over to Deximus, clocks this one guy on the head, and that's her turn.
I love it.
With a clang.
Tanith, you're on the ground, face down. You wake up, 2 hit points. You still have your breath weapon that hasn't been used yet.
Get that morning breath going.
I had garlic last night.
That would be Matt's.
Step out rage breath. Well, step 1, get up. Step 2, fry an ant with a breath weapon.
All right. To your right-hand side, there's a trio of soldier ants rushing into you. 1 with a spear and 2 with swords flanking him. Dexterity save.
Yes.
1 pass, 1 fail, 1 pass. So I'll say the 2 in the back passed. The 1 in the front did not pass because he's dead front.
Well, the one that passed, take half of 16. Oops.
The line of lightning hits the first one, and you could see it just reach up all over its exoskeleton. The eyes burst out of its head. The antennas kind of fizzle and turn black, and he drops to the ground. The one right next to him, the line diverts to him, hits him, burns a hole right through his thorax, and he drops down to 1 knee. The other one looks down at that and looks back at you.
And then just offs himself because he doesn't want to
Yeah,
kill us at
there you
die.
go. The next thing you guys hear is another thrum on the mandolin, another ding 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 ding, and everybody gets
Like dueling banjos.
an additional 4 hit points
Oh, good.
as she casts Mass Healing Word for the last time.
Who is she again?
Amy Ann Vilsong. Remember your PR person?
Yep.
You have a PR person.
Paparazzi.
Your paparazzi.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yes, because she likes Tanith.
And now,
PR person?
let's see. The one beside those 2 that just got burnt with the lightning flees and runs off into the darkness. The 2 that are left over by Deximus, 1 attacks Deximus. Ooh, that's going to be a hit. And
Doesn't he only have 1?
he does. Deximus, he rolled 1 on the dice. Deximus goes down. He hits the ground as a sword, a long sword, slices at his hip. The next one rolls a natural 2 as it swings at you, Lex, but clatters off your immaculate armor.
One thing that's immaculate down here.
Fits perfectly.
Top of the list, Lex. It's your turn.
So I'm gonna. Deximus is 1 hit point. Correct?
He's unconscious.
He's
Oh, okay. We're
He fell.
definitely gonna heal. So I can give him.
I don't know, +3
I'm
compared
actually
to plus
just gonna
4.
cure
Oh,
wounds.
shoot,
I don't
okay.
have lay hands at the moment.
You're still fast.
Sounds good. Cure wounds.
Yeah.
What a
so I
movement speed.
need
30 feet.
Sorry, 2d.
I mean, you can feel on agility.
What?
You can feel on agility.
Yeah, that's true. 60
And
feet.
dash.
Yeah,
you can
the,
get 120
diamond
feet in a
shape.
turn.
Squirrel.
Plus
I got
3.
80.
I can only get 80, yeah.
So he gets 10 hit points.
He
back.
gets 10 hit points. You can hear him
That's you.
as
I
he
take big
fell
steps.
just down to his knees and kind of crumpled over them.
8.5 foot tall.
All right. Good there?
I can't attack as a bonus. Can I?
No, not an attack. But you did get some hit points back into Deximus.
Guess he's-
Erlon.
Here we go.
And Humo.
Oh no, I do have a land.
Monologue.
Yeah. I think it's still an action to do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the chaos kind of seems to seep out of Erlon's ears once he realizes that Nani is here, and his heart just kind of skips a beat for a moment.
Well, I kind of felt that, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
And he just kind of flashes back in his head to times that were a bit different than they are now. And the sheen returns to his eyes for just a moment. And he finds someone else to punch in the face.
There's still
So
2
happy you're gonna
soldier
punch
ants
someone with a
over by
chainsaw.
Deximus.
Okay. Alright, so I have 1 Uno key point left. So he's going to expend his movement to get up to there into a flanking position as best as possible.
Yep, you can.
And he's going to use the bull oak staff. And he's going to see if he can hit.
There's one that looks okay, and there's one that looks really dazed. Really dazed. Like cast iron pan to the head dazed.
No, not he used cast iron.
Yep, exactly, yep.
That's right.
She cast iron.
Sorry.
I'm going to go ahead and roll. That's an 18 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
That's definitely a hit. It's 1d8 plus 5 because it's a +1 staff. It's 12
12?
damage.
Yep, you kind of run in there, clip the first one on the head. Which one did you hit? The dazed one?
Yeah, the stars around the head. One,
Okay,
yeah.
you clip him right on the head. You break off one of his antlers. A crack goes down the side of his face. He begins to leak and then tumbles to the ground.
And carrying through that momentum, he whips around the staff and goes to basically shove it towards the other one there.
Shove it.
Push it, pull it.
That was either in that one or since advantage. That is a 21 to hit, so that is
Huge hit. Gets him square right in the neck, right above the chest cavity.
That's with the extra attack, so that is 9 damage, bludgeoning.
And 9 pierces right through his neck, right out the back. You can see him kind of put both of his hands on the bull oak staff and he just kind of dies right there on the bull oak staff. You can feel this weight on the bull oak staff now.
He rips the staff out and casts the blood aside.
And you notice as you look, as the blood casts on the ground, it's such a beautiful pattern of how the blood spattered. It almost looks like grass and some flowers and maybe a sunset in the background.
You got a touch of Cereza right there.
I was just gonna say, I'm finding
bull oak
beauty in
staff.
everything here.
That's what it is. The bull oak staff made a painting with the blood.
The bull oak staff was made by Feldera, goddess of love, fate, luck, and every time something happens with this, it's reflected the beauty. The beauty is found within whatever the staff does.
And for his bonus action, he is going to use Flurry of Blows and replace both of them with Hand of Healing. And that's going to be 2d6 plus Wisdom modifier for healing. And he's going to do that to himself. You can see him just
Back in it.
Exactly.
adjust his
Yeah, that's
neck
what
a couple
hand healing
times.
You smack health into people.
So that's 5
Good way to punch
plus...
the guy with land hands.
Yeah.
I gain 11 hit points back. Cool. And Stexum is still unconscious.
So he's up. 10
He's
hit
up, yeah.
points, yeah. It's taken
Right.
care of.
Okay.
And that is the end of the combat. Whoever army soldier ants are left scatter into the darkness away, which wasn't many. It was a pretty brutal battle from what you guys can tell. You guys were outnumbered significantly. That's hence your very low HP. But you all stand up and look at each other, beaten, bruised. Tanith, you see Nani.
Who thinks it's been 7 years, by the way.
That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, I'm from the future.
Well,
And
that's
I know things.
it's been about 6 to 7 months for you guys in the war effort right now.
Erelon just kind of slinks up to Nani, just kind of staring more at the ground than anything, and he drops the staff, and it clatters to his right, and he just kneels down and gives Nani a hug.
Lex is just standing there staring at this old
This
woman.
little
who
lady
appears
down there
out
on
of
the front.
What is this old woman doing here? You notice a roll perception there, Erlon.
It's a 16.
16. You notice a few more crow's feet on Nani's face, a few more wrinkles, a little bit more gray in the hair.
I missed you. We missed you. Did you get older?
Sorry. It's just, I miss you so much, but you look old.
You look awful. I mean, everyone's getting older.
Fantastic.
Erlon just kind of picks himself up and
Push yourself together, man.
wipes his eyes, and now there's blood in his face.
In your eyes.
But the rest of him is covered in blood anyway, so he just picks up his bolo staff and takes a couple steps back and just holds his hands to his head. Why are you here?
I have to save you.
What do you mean? How did you know we were... It's been months.
It's been years.
What? No, what do you mean it's been years?
It's been years.
Tanith, it hasn't been that long, has it?
For us, no. For her, wherever she went. Realm of the gods, remember?
Right.
Is he not concerned about Galus at all?
And
Gypped watching on the other side.
Like on the TV screen, she's like, come on, man!
The window of soap opera.
and the children?
They're fine.
Galus.
Less fine.
I'd imagine so. I don't know. Keldron's realm.
It's dark.
No, she'd hate that. She'd hate that.
She does. She really does.
I don't know where we've been trying to leave, and there's so many of them. He just kind of stares, and he seems, that sheen that was in his eyes just seems to vanish yet again, and he's just staring at a point, completely zoned out.
Come on, wake up.
The soldiers in behind you guys, the Knights of Oros, are moving around. You can see a contingent walk by. They're securing the area.
That's convenient.
You can see another one of them come back, a smaller one this time. They seem to be battered and bruised, but they're leading about 30 or 40 elves and dwarves, all dressed up in these very fancy clothes, tattered and worn and smelly. They smell like they've had, they smell like feces. But they seem to be walking by, and they seem to be aloof, like they just don't understand what's happening or where have they been.
Erlon kind of comes to for a moment and just uses his belt, and it just shifts it a little bit, and he seems to regain some amount of his composure.
Sanity?
3 key points back from the Dragonhide belt. So that's there now.
And again, out from the darkness, you hear, "Oh, that was wonderful. I can't... You just don't understand. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be rich." And she picks up her book again, sitting on that small rock that Erlon jumped over, and she begins to write.
Lex is just staring at Nani hugging these people, and Erlon's crying, and she's confused.
Yeah. I've gone over to hug Tan's leg. Because,
Lex's
Of course.
eyes
The height
widen
difference.
when she
20
realizes
feet
that
tall.
Tanith allows this to happen.
He's pretty standoffish to most people, but
And
this
he's just like-
small little old dwarf. What kind of look do you got on your face, Tanith?
Like seeing an old friend. This gives her a real gentle pat on the back.
But
Which means a lot because Tana has friends.
Do Dragonborn have teeth?
This one does.
Fangs?
Lots of them.
Big.
He's actually.
got.
He's more. Imagine if you've seen in the book a half dragon. He looks more like that
Oh,
now.
okay.
That's what he looks like now. After being.
He had some magical
Upgraded.
improvements
Yeah.
done.
Mhm.
He had some cosmetic work done.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had some work done, 8.5 feet tall, and top of the head.
Spikes and things.
Spikes and everything. That was great.
So you guys
He's cute.
It's hard to put the armor on though.
reconvene.
Still got your onesie?
Oh yeah.
Stuffed in the bag somewhere.
pieces
Do you have,
now,
who has
though.
the bag of holding?
I
I think you do. Yeah. Okay.
Lex walks over to Nani to make introductions. Hi there. I don't think we've met.
I don't think we could possibly have met. I was in a different realm.
Yeah,
Unless
but
you
you
were
were.
you like,
You look so much. No, it couldn't.
You look so much like someone I don't know. She sticks out her
I look like a
hand.
lot of people you don't know.
She just like sticks out her hand. I'm Lex. Nice to meet you.
Nani hesitantly, kind of confusedly takes her. Confusedly, is that a word? I made that up. Takes her hand and shakes it.
It's nice to meet you. Are you familiar with these folks?
Deximus walks up beside you. Ah, of course she is. He pats you on the back really hard, almost kind of knocking you
I
over.
pull her face
Into
Says,
Lex.
you need to get back behind that cook pot.
Oh, so you're the cook.
She's more
I'm the cook. The cook. First of all, I'm not a cook. I'm a chef.
Oh, my apologies, man.
Has enough time passed so she's out of rage at this point?
Yeah,
'Cause-
yeah.
No.
No, there you go.
Deximus pat.
Oh, that's
had a
right,
good 2
Deximus.
episode run.
You guys look like you could use some food. Like you haven't eaten in a while. I mean, well, some of you. I feel like Erlon got bigger somehow.
Yeah.
He has. He's gotten
stronger.
bigger.
He's quite.
He's on a high protein diet.
Yeah, he's
that's
doing.
right.
You must be eating meat now.
That's right. We haven't talked about your diet. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to
God.
go over that. So you guys reconvene. You're talking on the way back to the Underforge, and you guys are walking down the cavern. You cross over this large bridge-like formation, but it's just a conglomeration of sand and like ant mucus, just to hold it in place so they can get from one part of the ravine to the other. You guys go over and you make it back to the Underforge. Now the Underforge is booming. They have developed entire portions of the Underforge into underground
city.
housing. It is like a city now. Absolutely nothing like you remember, Nani. Those 4 entrances that you guys have had have been widened and extended, and the city just sprawls into there.
So they
There's
just
so
destroyed
many
one
people.
underground city and we just built a new one.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. This is in the Underforge.
Dwarven
That right,
ingenuity.
Gabriel?
Yes, right
Yeah,
on the
well, the
Underforge.
dwarves.
They made
Exactly.
it a town in my honor.
Wow.
Don't claim the race.
Don't get too carried away.
And you guys are there. You guys have a residence set up near the main Underforge. Most of the soldiers are still camping out in the area in just the plain ground. But you guys have, you remember how the Manse of Gretch was built into the stone itself?
Yep.
Same thing like that. It's built into the stone itself. So they just like built it in and cleared it out and made housing there. You guys can also see that a new shrine has been set up in a different area, and it does include Delron. And you guys are there. And after a couple hours, there's another large contingent that comes in from that main area where most of the war effort is happening. And they're holding something. They seem to be holding a platform. Usually any dead are just kind of left there. Knights of Oros don't really maintain their dead. If you're dead, you're dead. You're to be one with the earth eventually. As you guys can see this come in, they're carrying something on a large plank. And you guys can see it is that commanding officer. And he is dead. He's been sliced up and pierced, it looks like at least 3 or 4 dozen times. There's no way that this man is going to be coming back from the dead. You guys can see on this plank that this contingent brings in is Commander Grethlow. Dead. Eyes closed. His armor is still on, but severely battered and pierced. If to take it off, you'd have to dismember his body to take off the armor. But there's a short ceremony. The Knights of Oros make it quick. Once your soul is gone from your body, it's back to the source, and they truly believe that a mortal coil is just a mortal coil. That's all it is. They dump his body into the molten core, into the molten mithril bucket that's in the Underforge, and that's it. And they move off. You can notice, though, that the Knights of Oros are a little bit more solemn at the loss of this commanding officer.
Erlon utters a prayer. He just respectfully says that the cycle took its course.
Lex crosses herself.
Perhaps not for
Is
the
that
better.
a thing in this realm?
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's emotion. It could just be a sword hilt, even, right?
Yeah.
Living your own religion.
Dust.
And oddly enough, Tanith will actually do something as well. He'll just hold his right hand in a fist, hold it to his heart, bow his head slightly, and say, "Even in death, you will be of use."
He's gateless now. Some of those zombies walking around in Keldon's cave.
Yeah. I want you guys to go to that city. You guys had so much problem with Tanzani.
She needs
I
it.
want you to go to that city. Everybody's like that.
Except for
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, Nani is like, hey, they're like regular people. They're a little off-putting at first, but once you start talking to them, the clacking is kind of annoying when you're trying to listen.
Distracting.
Yeah,
But they can taste.
as long as
I mean, they
the
appreciate
zombies
good food.
not there.
that's right. And then that's why they haven't had a cook like you before. That's why your tavern, your inn was always busy. Always busy. All sorts of dead creatures eating this food.
Were they eating it or were they just mashing it and then dropping it?
Whatever, doesn't matter.
Depends if they had the
But they were
innards.
paying for it, which is all that really matters.
Do they
Were
have
they?
tongues?
They were paying in the form that they pay down in Keldron's realm, which is
Appreciation. They
Kill you.
appreciation and life essence. Not that you really, could do anything with the life essence, but you were getting something out of the deal. Jars of this life essence. So somewhere in your inn, there's jars full of life essence.
Could have got rid of the gray hair.
Right, to remain her youthful vigor.
I never really had that.
That's a different kind of
time.
life.
We don't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
We're where we're at now.
For her, she's been gone for 7 years, and yet somehow she hasn't aged.
I did. I got older.
She got a little bit older.
Airline. Called her out
He
of
told me I
it.
was
Right?
old.
But, 300 to 307.
307, there's not a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if she tries to drink the life essence, maybe wind that back.
To like 250.
That's just, rewind it.
Didn't have a mobile.
Effectively speaking, Erlon thinks all of his family's dead. So Nani's like a long lost family member to him. And everybody else is too, so
You guys get back into your manse, and you see this big sign on the front. It's just these capital letters, OGG.
the old Gretsch
Can we call it
gang.
the OG GG? The
the
OG
Og.
Gretsch? Okay?
I want some og right now.
You
Not
do.
grog,
I promise you,
og.
everyone wants some OG.
You guys eat. Nani, you make a wonderful meal.
Yeah,
You
dude.
can roll on it if you like, but I'm gonna hand wave the roll that you've been in the kitchen for the last 7 years. So you've been honing your skills like crazy.
right.
So after you guys eat, you guys kind of commiserate and share some stories. Perhaps if you tell them.
Tell them with the children.
Yeah, you should
That's right.
see the kids. They're well, one of them's huge. The other one not so much. What's his name? Oh,
Oren.
Oren?
Well,
Oren? It's gonna be bigger than you.
well, how long has it been? Dish. You have a bit more salt and pepper in your hair, but that doesn't.
It's all salt, baby. It's all salt now. There's no pepper. 7 years. I've spent 7 years. But they're not your average children.
They don't know. Do they know? Yeah, they know.
Yeah. They were there for the whole.
Yeah. The
We're gonna
light,
take
the
you
dark,
into
and
the.
the. Yeah.
Take you into
Right.
Creepy Tanzani. long arms.
They got little gadget arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, still not saying that. Yeah, Orin. I'm pretty sure Orin's gonna be bigger than you are,
A sight to see it would be.
and he eats better than you. Better than you, and
Okay,
that's saying
now I'm
something.
jealous.
Impossible.
Yeah, you need to work on that.
Impossible.
Look where I am. Look where I've been.
We'll work on it together.
All in good time.
And
And the bear.
Never. She's a different story.
Call her Amy for short.
Yeah, dude, yeah, that's cool.
She's something. She's the reason I'm here.
Oh.
I think, sort of. From what I'm told.
Roll insight.
I mean, I'm just going with what Gail has told me. To be fair.
In a
Consider
phrase.
yourself.
Or cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
15.
15. That hug that she gave you, she must have had something to do with it. The tear in her eye. She knew that you were leaving. That's why she had that extended hug and the thank you, and the tear in her eye.
Yeah. She's got gifts. If you want to call them gifts.
What kind of gifts? Lex was just eavesdropping on this conversation, doesn't know these
Well,
people.
she knew you before I knew you.
This child knew me.
I mean, she didn't know you. She knew of you.
Oh. Lex looks puzzled. She's not real bright. She's strong, but she's not bright.
She got me to you.
Lex doesn't know these kids are gods.
No.
Where did you come from? Where were you? And these kids, why what's so important about them?
I mean, I came from here, kind of.
Lex is puzzled. She's so confused.
Well, Erlon would have. Like he saw
That's
the
true.
beat.
You've been there for 7 months.
Nani doesn't usually make sense.
You may have
asked where
heard talk
I came from.
of two
Technically, I came from here, and then I went there, and then I came back here.
You would have heard talk of 2 special children. Perhaps not outright spoken as gods, but
All children are special in the eyes of their mamas.
well, then maybe you just said that's all you knocked it up to be.
I mean,
Then you guys hear a bell ring, this large gong, and you guys look out whatever windows there are, and you can see there's a forming of the populace and the Knights of Oros, and there's someone standing up on the underforge.
well.
And he's wearing Oros colors, or Knights of Oros colors, but he's not like a regular Dragonborn. He's that smooth, salamander-like Dragonborn. He's standing up there. Tanith, this turns you off immediately. To have someone like that addressing the populace. He's a smooth skin.
Oh, the help.
A smoothie.
Love it.
That's bad.
Oh, great. Better go see what this is about.
You can hear this gong, and you guys come out to see this smoothie talking to this large group of people, and he says, "It is my greatest pleasure to announce that Greflo, Second Talon Greflo, is deceased. Now it is me that is taking his place."
Huh? Lex covers her mouth really quick.
And it's, you're not the only one. You're not the only one for this guy to take over the war effort.
Erlon bites his lip.
You could see the smooth skin of this guy. He hasn't seen an ounce of fighting. You've actually never seen him in the Underforge yet. So
Even-
he's come from somewhere else.
Even Nani, who generally sees the best in people, it kind of cringes a little bit at the thought.
As his tongue kind of flips out and licks his eyeball.
Like a gecko?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly like that. That's what they look like compared to the regular Dragonborn.
And then she kind of turns and looks at Tana with like a question, sort
Definitely
of questioning look.
I'm definitely an irregular Dragonborn at this point.
That's right.
With all.
And
Erlon, as soon as he stops that sentence, Erlon just bites his lip and sighs, and then he shakes his head and steps forward.
just gonna say something.
With all due respect, Tanith has seen more battle and is more valuable to this cause than anybody else in this crowd.
Erlon of the old Gretsch gang, I understand. And I respect your words, but discuss this with me after. As he calls out to you.
I think we're going to discuss this right now.
Would I be the only
Come at me,
member
bro.
of the Emerald Guard here at this point?
Yes.
Where's the Emerald Guard in ranks to the Knights of Boros?
I would say
Higher,
the
lower,
front line. I'd say you guys are on even keel with each other for fierceness and all that. You guys, like the Knights of Oros, have been keeping the evil and the dark out from the depths of Keldron, right there for however you guys can think. But remember, you guys have also been keeping the evil and the darkness in the forest of Delron, in the wilds of Delron. Both of them are supposed to be the worst hotbeds for evil and death and destruction.
And I was a commander, right?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
there,
Yep, that's right.
And I'm the only one there that you'd say that's of the Emerald Guard?
Of course, yes.
Lex kind of clears her throat and steps forward with Erlon, and she says, hang on.
Oh, I was just like, that's not an argument, I don't think.
Everybody else is
She's
quiet.
speaking the smoothie.
Speaking the smoothie. Oh yeah, I speak smoothly.
I
Hold on.
invented a slur. I invented a slur.
No, I did.
Oh God.
You just made it worse.
She clears her throat and steps up to Erlon, beside Erlon, and says, I am Commander Lex of the Emerald Guard, and we would stand by putting Tanith in this position.
You have no order here. I am in command of the Knights of Oros, and those who don't agree will be disbanded. And you can kind of see shuffles in the ranks of the Knights of Oros. On shuffles that being disbanded is one of the worst dishonors that could possibly be had. Tanith, you know this. To be disbanded, to be sent away, just not as a Knight of Oros anymore.
Shunned.
Exactly, yes. And he says, with me behind the sword, guiding you all, we will defeat the Morath. We will defeat the Morath.
Can you even hold a sword?
How old are you? I just went old Southern lady.
No, that's okay, that's good.
How many battles have you even... No, never mind. It's not working out for me. Have you even seen a battle?
What I have seen is no question of you. What these men have seen, what these Dragonborn have seen, is what I will hold. They will do what I tell them. And then he says...
His HP.
His HP, you don't know.
Gone.
But he has around him, like, I mean, you guys aren't allowed up onto
He's
the
got the
dais,
Secret
up
Service,
onto the
like
Underforge. There's a
The
ring of
new
guards.
president.
He's the
Yeah.
president.
His guards. They're not
Oh, he's got
smoothies.
cronies.
They're not smoothies though. They're regular
He's got the Secret
regular
Service.
Dragonborn, and he's got them, and you can see they all have different emblems. All of them. His personal guard. His personal retinue.
Oh, God, he's got cronies.
Those
And he-
little scout badges look awful cute.
The smoothie's got the milkshakes.
That's how I got all the boys to the yard.
But after he says this, you can see the other Knights of Oros kind of getting fired up. I mean, like they're gonna win this battle. They're gonna destroy the Morath. The Morath will be defeated. You will follow me. Whether they're following him or not, they don't know. He says, Tanith, Erlon, Deximus, I will meet with you shortly. And then he goes down to one of his, he has cronies around him as well, people, other smoothies as well. He's telling orders and they go off and they talk to other people, and then everybody begins to move away and do their own thing again.
What am I, mashed taters?
Did you tell him that?
Yeah.
What's a tater?
Cultured swine in this area. Just got
Erlon, you'll hear Tannen say, under his breath, not exactly as quiet as you could, never trust a smooth skin.
As he approaches you with three of his rather large Dragonborn compatriots,
What's their HP?
They look like your standard Knight of
We'll
Horus.
fight everybody.
And he looks at all of you and he says, "Follow me." And he walks off to your manse. Who opens the door and goes inside.
And Erlon will follow along, of course.
You go finish having a sit down cup of tea.
Cup of
Tanith
tea.
does- Tanith does
Tanith, the dragon, the half dragon, drinking this tiny cup of tea.
Oh, it's
Between
like
Dusty's claws.
it's like a bucket.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, a
just
a cauldron of tea.
Just imagine like Andre the Giant compared like,
Yeah.
like to just a normal can is like this.
It is. You guys go
It's
in.
literally a steel bucket with a handle on the side.
I mean, I follow these people.
I'll bring up the rear.
Okay. Tanith, do you go in?
Of course.
Smash the door off the hinges.
No,
No.
No, they've made a big door
it's
for
a
you.
special door.
Yeah, it's a special door.
Yeah, you don't have to crawl in. You're
Yeah,
fine.
but the
You
duck.
broke too many, so they put your own in.
He's sitting at the large table at the head, his two cronies and his third sitting there as well. So two cronies sitting down and the other one standing behind him. And he gestures to the table. Licks his eyeball.
Oh,
Can you
that's
please
unnerving.
stop doing that? It's very unsettling.
I don't have any eyelids, unfortunately. He does it on purpose that time.
Flush with eyelids, sir.
Erlon takes a clean rag from somewhere and sits on the table and just takes his bulk stuff and starts just cleaning it off.
On the table, just at the end, just cleaning off your
Wiping
gunk.
off all the viscera and blood.
Landing on the table.
He wetted it first so that
course.
it would be
Moist.
suitable.
Moist.
And he says,
Probably moist.
I thought you were gonna wipe his eyeballs, honestly.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna- I thought you were gonna do something with his eyeballs.
Cloth and be like, here, use this.
You get like a windshield wiper.
"Here,
Little spray bottle.
be civilized."
I just want damn pride with the rest of us.
It's like made out of rock, like a Flintstones thing. Just
And you guys all sit down or stand disobediently, but he does address you all and he says, "You have a much more important mission to take care of. Tanith, your reports say that you've been told by Oros himself to go awake the mother.
None of your business.
This is what you will do. You will find her. You will awaken the god of chaos. You will awaken Ner'Ille herself. You will bring her into this fight.
that sounds
That's not ominous at all.
so
We woke the god
controlled.
up once already. Can I remind everyone about the last time that happened?
Is that really necessary? Can we not take care of this ourselves?
No, this goes deeper than the Morath. The Morath are a pawn. The Morath are being used. You will get us someone. Find Ner'Ille and wake her. And she will help us against the fight for Delron.
How do we know she's not gonna just make us fight for her?
She is the mother of all Dragonborn. She...
I'm not Dragonborn.
That's unfortunate for you.
You still have eyelids.
Zing!
At least I can speak Draconic.
He scowls as much as he can with his gecko eyeballs.
Just kind of pops them a little more, maybe.
You will leave on the morrow, and I will not see you again until you bring back word from her.
Or she casts us all into a different plane.
We're just dead.
I'm saying on a different plane.
You just came from there.
That's what I'm saying. It's not great. It's not bad. It's not great.
So we have to find a way out.
Oh, I can help with that.
Yeah.
See,
You
I
guys can find
I
I
have
try
a-
to think of everything.
I have a directional thing that does stuff that finds places.
Normally I think the gods are cruel, but in this case, I think Keldron. Imagine that, thanking the god of death.
Hey, the god of death made me how I am now.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Inconveniently sized? Yes.
More proficient in combat, I think.
Inconveniently sized.
I like that. I like that.
Currently raising the gods, too. Just saying, he's kind of been
It's
stepped
really not that
out.
bad if you get to know him.
Oh, right. You've been in his company for...
7 years. Well, not really. I mean,
6 months by our time.
long
I
enough.
didn't really see him that much.
Yeah, now you've been given, it's like, you've only been gone 6 months. from here. The new commander. Did you tell you his name? You didn't tell you his name.
Did he?
Smoothie.
Smoothie. Yeah, it was just Smoothie to you guys.
I'm gonna call him Craig.
Gregory.
Gregory.
So he holds his hand out like this to the up above his right shoulder to the Knight of Oros behind him, and the Knight of Oros puts a ledger in his hand. He opens the ledger on the table, and he begins to write something out. He rips it out and he rolls it up, and he kind of there's candles and everything on the table. He heats up some wax and stamps it shut, and he passes it. He passes it to you, Tanith, but he mage hands it to you. Goes to you. That will get you what you need. Transportation, room and board on the Knights of Oros. Present that to anybody you need. And if they say no, I'm sure you can handle the situation.
If I can't, we have bigger problems. If I can't handle it, we have bigger problems.
Big. Really big problem.
I
we
feel
get
like the
another
voice
copy?
goes with your glasses so well, and I love it.
No. That will be sufficient. Only one will do. Keep it safe. I noticed you have a magic bag that will protect most things. Place it there and only use it when necessary.
And in the event that most of us die and we have to get back here to report to you, or if you're dead, what is your name so that we can send that in the report?
My name is Slenor.
Slenor.
You look like a Slenor.
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 Slenor. Apostrophe in there somewhere. You're not really sure.
He's a bit wishy-washy about the whole thing. Slenor, something like that.
He can't actually write because he's illiterate, but he thinks he's all that.
Licks his eyeball again. I will make my leave. As I said, you will leave on the morrow. You said you have means of traveling out of here. I will leave that to you.
I mean, she said she had a stick.
I'm
Oh,
going
you have a
to...
stick.
I've never seen this stick.
Wonderful.
Is there any method by which people can take a bath down here? Or any kind
Oh yeah,
of...
they've made a bathhouse. Your manse has a
You live
bath,
there.
and you guys, there's more than one magic user that comes around because you guys are this. The other city was based on magic, you know, so there were magical things, appliances, magical things that did that stuff for you, and they have enchanted certain things, baths, cold refrigeration, things like that.
Well, I'm gonna go mend my clothes back together and go take a bath to wash off at least one layer of grime, and then pray for death.
Slenor rises from his chair. The other cronies do as well, and then they walk out. They begin to walk out.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
He doesn't even look back, but the last thing you hear is, and the door shuts.
Unsurprising.
So, you bathe, you get clean, and you notice when you bathe in this particular bath, you are pristinely clean. Your clothes are clean, if you got them wet or whatever, but they're still ragged, still torn, still battle worn.
He's gonna use the mending cantrip on them just to patch up certain holes.
Sounds good. None of them are big enough where mending won't work.
Fair. And then he's gonna go rest and actually sleep. He has bags under his eyes. Not bags of holding, though.
So, the evening goes on, the night comes, the night passes, the next morning is here.
Hit points! Key points! And my belt regains charges.
That was a long rest.
Yep, long rest for sure.
That's good.
So, Nani, sleeping in this realm feels different to you. It feels like not as much of a sleep as you could have. Yeah, it doesn't feel as fully rested as you were down there so close to the source in Keldrin's realm. But you are fully rested. And you guys wake up. There's a kitchen there, Nani.
Nani's distracted.
Okay.
Nani's trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
So for the first time ever, Tanith, Erelon, Deximus, you guys wake up, and Nani has not cooked a meal.
Nani, are you okay?
Deximus comes out of the kitchen. What's going on here? Like,
What the hell?
Ma'am, I thought you were the chef.
Well, to be fair,
Little girl.
I said chef.
she might have.
That's fair. That is fair. Correct terminology is important.
Well, to be fair, she did just spend nearly the better part of a decade in the God of Death's realm, so I'd assume waking up here would be jarring.
I'll make some tea. Lex toddles to the kitchen. Brings back a horrid pot of tea, because she is not a chef.
more like coffee. Tea bag kind of split
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, it's got some
Extra
grinds in
dark
there.
coffee.
Extra.
Erlon still has some of his green tea, but he's been saving it.
Such an occasion.
No, just saving it.
Holding on to it for dear life.
Lex hands Nani a cup. Maybe this will help.
It's technically a
Something to
family
warm your
heirloom.
bones.
Technically
Do you
speaking.
take the mud tea
No.
that she offered?
No, I do. No, I most definitely do not.
Erlon reconstitutes a bit of hardtack in a bit of broth, and that's his breakfast.
She offers you a cup of mud tea.
Tanith, you're hungry.
Oh, not good.
Do you get hangry?
I mean, he's already hungry and angry all the
I
time.
guess.
He gets hungry on the way to battle, and that's how he fights so well.
It's like surgery. It's something you never want to do on an empty stomach.
So, you guys eat some meager rations. Deximus takes in his bag for the same thing. It's just a very unpredictable morning. But you guys wake up, you get up, you gather your things, and you begin to leave. As you open the door, you guys can hear in Dragonborn. Who can speak Dragonborn?
Draconic.
Draconic? Yes, fucking Dragonborn, Jesus Christ. Who can speak Draconic? Erelon, all three of you.
Sorry, I'm
Lex?
not sure. Hang on.
Who
I
speaks
can't do something
Gobblish?
wrong.
Goblish?
Gobblish?
Gosh. It was great. Great. Man, we had a lot of good episodes back in the day when we were... Fuck, that was funny.
I do not.
Okay, so you hear this growl, this growl out into the cavern that is the Underforge. The rest of you can hear, attention! The Knights of Oros form a line about just to the base of the Underforge for you guys to walk through. And as
From our door?
Yep, from your door. And as you guys walk through, they salute you, arms or hands to hearts, and you can hear it clink, 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 clink as you're walking through. It happens probably 150 times.
Way too much fanfare for my taste.
As Erlon's walking by and one of them reaches out a hand, he just fist bumps.
There you go.
He's a bro now.
Is that soldier confused?
I was gonna say, yeah, he has a bit of a look on his face, yeah.
But he's a
Yeah.
professional.
Exactly, he's a
Right,
professional.
he doesn't break.
He has to keep his.
Now, this is a solemn duty to give honor to a few of those that have done great deeds and done great things for the Knights of Oros and the populace that they protect.
Erlon proceeds forth, of course.
And you guys,
Nani stops in the doorway
mm-hmm.
and kind of just looks around. Well, she's really not sure what's going on.
Is she ever?
She has moments.
Moments of clarity. The Alzheimer's is strong with this one.
That's literally what I was thinking. She's lucid.
What does-
Lucid.
what does Nani think?
To be honest, when Nani's out of it, she's not confused because she's like everything just what it is. Confused is
the
not,
lucid days.
This is the good days. She's just trying to figure out like. I mean, she just got here. She's been in an alternate universe for 7 years. Was sent to save them. Appeared in this place, did the thing that was foretold that she would do. And then some random lizard that licks his eyeballs told her she has to go find a god. Another one. She already did this once. She did this once. She brought all of this on.
That's
In
a lot.
theory,
That's a lot of guilt.
She brought all of this on herself. With some pocket change and a couple of trinkets that the kids had shoved into her pockets.
It was all the motion. It didn't matter what you had. It was the fact that you actually did it, because he was watching.
But now she's here. She's just got here. Just got her. Well, I mean, she's lost a family, but gained family.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's being sent by somebody she doesn't know on some random mission that she doesn't know why she's doing it. We've done this before. With what's his name? The one that she didn't like that she used to fight with all the time. Dermot.
Mm-hmm.
Dermot was the puppet master
Dermot.
the last time, and now we have a new puppet master.
You guys have grown beyond Dermot.
Right.
The only
but
reason Dermot was a
we
puppet
have a
master because
new puppet master, essentially.
sort of.
We were on his
Sort of.
payroll.
Somebody's sending us off on the next thing, and we're doing it.
Oh my god.
I
last
love that
Who
nobody
would've thought?
rolled an insight on this son of a bitch.
But why are we doing it?
We just said okay.
I didn't
Go. I mean,
That's
I didn't say
right.
okay. I stopped at the doorway and went, "Why the hell are we doing this?"
So you guys noticed that Nani has not left the doorway.
Also, this is a really nice house.
Yeah, it's pristine,
It's
brand new.
the
Yeah.
kitchen. You should see the kitchen.
that you're not using.
Well, maybe if we hadn't agreed to go on a quest that I don't understand, I would be in the kitchen cooking right now.
Erlon does turn back, and he just kind of notices Nani's there, and he calls out, Nani, we kind of need a direction to go in.
But why do we have to go?
Better out there than in here.
To be more specific, Oros told you guys to do it. That came directly from a god. Whatever Slanor says.
This was an eventuality.
Did Oros actually tell me?
Told him.
Specific-
Told
you?
me.
Tanith.
Did you tell me that was the thing that was happening?
Maybe
No,
now is the
you've
time.
only
for
been
that.
back before. You've only been back for like.
Does everyone else know that Oros directed them to do this?
Erlon can't remember.
I would imagine you guys talked about it. But he told Tanith in view of everybody.
This was an eventuality. It's just it could have been done better.
Is that a hit at the DM?
Oh,
No, circumstances in game.
Rude.
Would have rather have not been ordered by Smoothskin to do it.
Smoothie.
I don't like it.
It seems fishy. Roll
I don't
insight.
like it. I don't like it. It feels weird. I don't like it. And I'm like the queen of weird, so
Yeah.
if I think something's weird, it's weird.
Tanith knows it's weird. It's just a
11
god
plus
told him to do it.
something. Plus 5? 16.
16? Yeah, it seems fishy. You guys are
Correct.
like from what if these guys told you anything about it, they've been making significant progress on the war effort, and to send your white knight away,
My baby.
yeah, is kind of fishy. But that's what he said. I mean, he seemed resolute in his decision. But even you, Tanith, you know that
He sees me as a threat.
He's sitting
But
away.
the rest of the Knights of Oros, they're not just going to follow somebody on a whim.
Erlon is
There's a
Chain of command.
thank you. There's a chain of command. And to break that chain of command is to be disbanded.
Yeah.
Erlon's also motivated by finding his family, so he wants to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why not find his family, avenge his family. So the only reason why he stayed this long is because of the other people. So
And to be fair, Tanith is getting kind of sick of being underground. So,
A salamander belongs underground.
and a salamander will stay underground.
Not
The
even-
dragon needs to spread his wings.
not me. I can't avenge my family if I'm staying underground this entire time.
Revenge is your motivation.
They killed them all.
Easy now.
Jesus.
Calm down, Erlon. At least put on a strong face until we're out of here.
Keep it together, man.
And besides, if we can secure a passage to the surface, hurrah! That means all these other people can get out of here too.
Exactly.
So we're not just doing it for us; we're doing it for them as well. We got however many thousands of people here. We're technically doing this for.
Erlon just kind of stays there, and his knuckles are white. takes a deep breath, and his chest rises, falls back down, and he just... We're going. And he just starts marching forward.
Does Nani follow?
Yeah, but she's starts mumbling to herself.
Unsurprising.
It's not right. This isn't right. Something's not right.
As you walk forward, you're the last one in line. Deximus is already ahead of you guys. As you walk, the guards take a step back, spin on their feet a 180 degree, and walk away and continue on to their business. Each step you take, each guard does the same thing 150 times.
It's a lot of men.
No, it's nothing, but she's very good.
No, it just seems like ceremony, but that's
Ceremony.
yeah. As you're kind of finishing the ceremony up, you guys all meet in the middle of the Underforge, kind of where you began this last 7 months. Years.
And now I pull the stick out of her bag
That's it.
and raps you on the head with it. Not the head. I won't be able to reach.
The
With
kneecap.
the stick is like 1 meter long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
I thought it was just this little,
Yeah, I
like,
did too. A
no,
little
stick.
divot,
Oh,
little
wait,
honey
yeah.
divot. Sort of whops her in the knee with it.
Oh.
Didn't hurt. You have armor on.
She's using it as a cane.
rude.
And then hands it to Tanner.
Snap.
You're in charge now.
It takes it.
I've always been in charge.
This
But
was-
good.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Point proven.
So
See, where are we going, Tanith?
Let's get the hell out of here, I guess.
So you take hold of the divining rod, and it pulls you towards the entrance you came in at the very beginning.
Erlon just shoots off, walking that way.
Yep, we're going that way.
You guys make your way through there. Weeks pass, maybe 6 or 7 weeks pass of you guys walking through these tunnels and these caverns, climbing up sheer peaks to get to different places. But you make it through. You guys get through, and eventually, you can hear water.
Every time one of Tanith's horns scrape on the ceiling, all you hear is,
They're going to be grinded down before long.
or hopefully sharpened. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Consider yourself and checks it. It's getting kind of windy.
You guys come out of a cavern. You walk out of a cavern, and there seems to be a town. You guys are up on a ledge. Just on this side, the water side of the depths of Keldron. You guys come out of the cavern, and you look back, and the depths of Keldron are just peeking into the sky. The hard black rock just sheared off all the way, and every now and then you can pick out a guard kind of on the wall just watching, but they blend in so well you can barely see them. But Tanith, you're familiar with them, you know what to look for.
Is it
You
on
can see them.
actual sky?
What?
Actual sky?
Actual sky?
Like open sky.
Open
We're not
sky?
Oh,
around
open
it.
sky, yes.
We're out
Yes,
of
you
the-
can see the sunlight. The sun is in the sky. And you guys can look down, you guys can see a shoreline, you can hear the water, these big waves smashing in to the shore and then receding.
Bayless would have loved it.
Thank you for watching the Death Needs Dialogue Entertainment Network. My name is Deximus Orson, and this has been Depths of Felthan, Season 2, Episode 1, The Waking of Ner'Ille, Part B.